Working with tools on images, so we see the selection tool. Under selection tool we have many tools: marquee tool, lasso, quick selection and magic wand. Then we are having moving an images, copy paste and cropping images. So we are going to do all this collectively at the same time using a Photoshop application. So in the Photoshop application we open our file. We take up any image file. Say for example we take this tulip flower file, and we can open another image so that we can shift some of the copied images to the other image as well. So let us first begin with the selection tool, which is the rectangular marquee tool. So as you can see in the screen tip, it is appearing rectangular marquee tool. Again, where I have placed the mouse pointer, you can see there is a small white dot where it's showing that it has more option under this tool. So under this tool, the rectangular marquee tool, if we are selecting, it is giving us an option of selecting the portion of the image in the rectangular form. Now if we take elliptical marquee tool, it will allow me a elliptical selections. So wherever you want to select an object in elliptical form, you have to select it using these kind of tools. If you want to make a selection in a columnar manner, like this much selection you want to do, so you will use a single column marquee tool, or you will take the, for that reason you will take the row for that selection. This is the columnar selection and this one is the row selection. So if you are selecting something, this much of row you want to select, after selecting definitely we use the copy paste method. So next is the lasso tool. Lasso tool is giving me a free hand selection. As you know, the word lasso means you have to put the selection points around this irregular shape and it goes on, and then you can make a selection and you will end where you have started. Like that, under lasso tool we have a lasso tool, then polygon. So if you want to make a selection in a polygonal fashion, you will do that selection in a polygon selection lasso tool, and definitely you will end the selection where you have started, or by clicking double click. Then we have magnetic lasso tool, which is very interesting and it is used at the most of the time, because if I just need the tulip flower and I don't need the surrounding pixels, so what I will do, I will use the magnetic lasso tool for it. So what it does, it snaps the selection to the image itself. If I am trying to go out also, if I am making a click outside also, still it will stick to the image pixel. And say for example I want to stop here and I just took a turn, and then that particular selection is sticking to the red color pixel, and you double click and you see this tulip flower is being selected. So we do Control C, then Control V, so we get another selection from there. So it's Control C and Control V. Using the move tool, we will be moving the tulip. So we can simply get another tulip here on this side. Then again we can do Control V. We can get another tulip, and you can see it is so well merged with the image, you won't be able to also identify this has been copy pasted. And if I take and open the other image also, here I don't have a red tulip and I paste this tulip over here and put like this, so automatically this will be fitting to this image. So I have to use again certain other keystrokes so that it gets well merged with the background. So here I am placing again a red tulip according to the size. So students, you have to take care of the perspective also, the perspective of the image which you are using, so that it doesn't look artificial. Now next we will be shifting to the quick selection tool. Now this was taking time, like marquee tool, lasso tool, they were taking a little bit of time. So to make the process little speedier, so we have to go to the quick selection tool. What does the quick selection tool do now? In this quick selection tool, we will just place our mouse pointer on the thing which we want, and we do little bit of spread, and my tulip was getting selected. Likewise, like I will again use Ctrl C for this reason, and then I will use Ctrl V so that I get a copy of these two tulip flowers. So again I can paste them somewhere here, so that you can see again it got very well merged with the background. Now there is another tool which is called magic wand tool. So I'll show you how I'm going to make use of it. So let's take this particular image of butterfly. Now in this butterfly image you can see there is a vector word written over here, and this is the white background, and you can see the antennas of the butterfly is also coming out. So making a selection by putting the selection tool around the border will be very difficult, and I want only the butterfly to paste it in my flowers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make use of the magic wand tool. I'll just put the cursor like this, and you can see there is a selection around this portion. So what I will do right now, I will do, there are certain keystrokes which I'm going to explain you later on. So we have now done a control inverse selection. So we will select only the butterfly, and we go to the flowers to paste it. Now as you can see, the butterfly has come on the top of this particular image. So what I will do, I'll place it in such a manner that it will look as if it was belonging to this image only. So you can see so well we have placed the butterfly on the flower. So you have to change the shape of the image also in such a manner so that it fits well into the image, and it should not look artificial at all. And this is the work the Photoshop is doing, enhancing your images. So using these methods, all people are making the best use of the images. Now here again I can do some more time this particular stroke, so that I get some few more butterflies, a group of butterflies who are feeding into the flower. So as you can see how nicely it's getting blended to the image. So you will not find any kind of a mark which will make you feel that this particular image has been implanted. Now you will save the image in the JPEG format. Now you have to select the directory where you are going to save this particular image. Now children, you will get a dialog box which you will just say OK. There is something which I would like to tell you, that always the Photoshop file are made in the form of PSD. So these PSD files are the project files. You need to keep these files, because if we need to do some kind of a changes in future, so you can do the changes over here only, and the PSD file will open on the Photoshop application. So you will require the Photoshop application. So you will select a proper appropriate directory for this, and you save your PSD file.